So in this situation, we have the gold defender and the purple offensive player. You see the angle that this person is, the defense is playing, kind of forcing you to the right, but playing you at a pretty straight line. They're not too far to the left or to the right. It would really depend actually which hand you're dribbling with. So in this situation, for a right-hander like you, Daniel, I would probably keep it in your right hand, do a little hezzy, scoop, and just go take that open lane. Maybe try to shift a little bit um, to the right. But in general, guys, you want to fake the direction that you don't want to go, right? Which often is the direction that they have the advantage in. It's like you almost want to make them think like they got you trapped because you start going towards the way that they actually have, uh, an advantage in. So I'll try to give you an example, a better, easier example of that than this one. But basically, you can kind of see like the line to the hoop to here, right? And there's a slight advantage there. And so depending on how you're dribbling, the easiest path would likely be going this way. That being said, so for a lefty, maybe do a jab to the left, sort of like this, and then like a crossover, probably over the top or behind your back even. But actually, as a lefty, wanting to keep it in your left, there's also a really good advantage. Let's get rid of these for a second. About attacking the top section. Because when you attack that part, like let's say you do an in and out here, you fake here, and you go this way, this person can't go straight out like that because he would probably run into you and foul you. So what they have to do, let's use this one, is actually open up. And then they end up maybe like this, but they might have to open up even farther if you take a really good angle this way. If you go really tight and really quick, they would have to go back almost to here in order to catch up to you getting to the hoop. And if you're really good about cutting off, then you could probably do something even like this. Boom. That's the sexiest one. Because then that person now is like completely out of the play. Where are they going to go? And from here, from this point, you have access from here and over. So all of this space, maybe even more if you actually end up going this way. And even them trying to chase you here, you still own all of this space. So that's pretty advantageous. Gives you the easiest possible shot, which is what we're looking for. Yeah, so it starts, again with this little area, the high part, but it just depends, because with him playing, like pretty high up in this line, there a lot to the left. So it's possible, depending on where you are, which is at this angle with this line, then you might not be able to in and out him here because you might be able to slide up the lane. It just depends on how you set it up. How you set it up when you're coming down the court. Going up here. And the angle that you attack on, if it's like a little bit here or a little bit here or a little bit here, because you can always be shifting a bit in your reading, do they move right, do they move left, do they stay the same, and you're trying to create that angle advantage, you'd be like here, skitch, and go. Something like that, But that's generally how you want to attack those. Of course, if the angle changes, if they're, say, flat, but a little bit off, you're coming here. The obvious one for me, if we drew the line, it's right here. So I'd set them up, go this way, skirt, right? Maybe if you had the ball in the right hand, you put it between the legs or something, and a hezzy. Let's move this, get these lines out of the way. If you come down between the legs, hezzy, boom, something like that. But something, again, whatever you do, the basic idea is you're trying to encourage this guy to think that you're going in the direction where he is actually advantageous, which in this one would be, right, because if you draw this line, this is his best area. He's got the most coverage in blocking you to the rim. So when we go, we make him think like, oh, you got me. It's kind of funny, because just like, in some ways it's kind of obvious. Why would I go that way? Clearly you have the advantage there, but in the moment people are just, not really thinking on that level. And so you just give them a little love, maybe open up your shoulders to really sell the fake, and you get them to even slide over more. And this is the beautiful part, because now, boom, you just actually created a bigger advantage for yourself, because you got them to slide over even more. And so you go skirt, and then boom, cut them nice and tight. And now where you started with this angle, area is your advantage point. Now you have, boom, this area. So from here, which doesn't seem like much, but it's actually a lot. Because then you can get also to the other side of the rim, and this person would have, a pretty tough distance to go. Every little 6 inches is a lot of real estate. It's a lot of space. And you're always just trying to get the biggest possible advantage, right? You want to win the biggest area around here as possible. Because that keeps this person behind you. And when they're behind you, they can't just run through you. It's a foul. So they have to stop or try to go around you. And once you establish contact here, you can keep that contact if you're smart and maintain pressure enough to never give them an easy space from which to go around. If they do, they have to go far. And that just allows you to get one extra dribble to see what's going on, from this point or this point, depending on where they go, which allows you to see, other defenders that might be coming. And that little dribble or space allows you to either, shoot from here or, this is like a little hezzy. You can look away like you're going to pass outside, like you're going to pass that side. Just like a scoop. And then you can attack the gap again, split them with a dribble or a jump stop. I could finish on this side, finish on this side. But all that starts with, really this, making them think, going that way. Let's actually use this, making them think you're going that way. Get this guy to shift even more. Take the tight angle. That gets the advantage. If there's help that comes, from these guys, then that gives you time. Maybe you pass. You just read, from there. And you can still potentially score. But that's how you really become a dangerous scorer, is these essential things. Learning how to read from this position, where is the defense playing you in relation to the basket. And once you get to each level, or the next one, the fake, some way, either fake direction or hesitation, change of speed. Always using shoulders and hips as an option. Great deception technique. And then really attacking the shoulder if possible. But the main part is getting around them. So if they do slide, then you go just to the closest, most efficient point of getting around their shoulder. And if you can, boom, cut in. Of course, the play might be more like this, and you just go quickly. But sometimes if this does happen quickly and there's no pass available, then yeah, boom, cut them off. It's establishing a 0 point, because this person's behind. If this person's behind you, you got them stuck. And that gives you, options to go almost in any, let's change here, any direction, that you want to go. But if you're just moving through here, you're basically committed to getting to the basket and improvising when you get there, which tends to be probably most of the time what you end up doing, because this defender, really chases you, and it's hard to really get in front of somebody. So normally he's on your hip, people are coming to help, and you're just, pass, maybe, whatever it is when you get there. And that's, reading the game, at each level. And it's really fun. Then you just practice the skills that help you do that.